Greetings, Adam and Ed. I'm here on location at your property here deep in Nassau County, and we thought we might shoot a little quick video for you to give you some idea of kind of what's going on and how we're doing it, and some things that are going to be happening later on in this year on the property. So if you like us, let me know. We'll do more of these. I'd like to get some feedback with you on how much this works for you. So let me know something. One of the first things we've got to deal with, of course, is being able to get timber and heavy equipment into and off the property. So this road is a perfectly good road. There's absolutely no problems with it, except every now and then there's a small spot. And this is a spot, and you can see that the water is still rushing from one side of the road across to the other. So what Norman has found is this very interesting material here, kind of a scrag mining material left over from the mining industry. We've been able to get this really cheap, and we bring a load of that material out, throw it into the road. It helps stabilize the sand, and it enables us to be able to get log trucks in and out and heavy equipment in and out. We do this on a limited basis, of course, but this is why we need to do this, otherwise our trucks are going to get stopped. You can see this close-up of the material that we're getting from the mining or from the steel operation. You can see the rock. You can see how it's just kind of worked its way into the road. And again, you can see where the water is flowing from one side of the road to the other. This creates an erosion problem for us if we don't arrest it. The rock that we're using helps to arrest the erosion and therefore stabilize the road. All right, now this is another hole that we've got on your property. This is a great example of a hole that we're not going to fix because there's no forestry activities going down here right now. We're not bringing heavy equipment in and out, so why spend any money fixing something that you just don't need to? All right, now we've moved to the north end of the block, and we're looking at an area that has been clear-cut of its timber 3 years, maybe 4 years ago, looking at the debris at the ramps. And this area has just begun to overgrown. This is what happens if you wait too long between reforestation. So the timber was harvested, nothing happened, and you see this debris that you have out here. So basically what we have, as the camera kind of swings to the left, you'll just see an incredible amount of just pure biomass that we have to get rid of before we can come in here and site prep it. You'll see that it's underladen with smilex and bracken fern and lyonia. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a roller drum chopper, and all this area has to be chopped, and all that is going to crush the material, put it on the ground so we can get in here and do some light raking, and I'm not sure how much raking we got to do, but a little bit of raking, and then of course we'll be coming in and bedding it, probably double bedding all of this area. All right, so now we've moved from the older cutover site to the newer site. This is the real estate block where that real estate timber was, where Scott Guys had that contract. And you can see there's a nice fresh ramp, some of his logging debris here. But as you look over, you look behind me, we don't have nearly the vegetation issue that we had in that last block. However, we still have a vegetation issue. So in all likelihood, we're probably going to have to come in here and chop this before we can come in and bed it. All right, Ed and Adam, I want you to realize I'm no longer on your property. I'm on somebody else's property. This is some bedding, but I wanted to give you a video image here of what we're going to do, and so you can see what the final result is going to be. So I'm standing on a property that has been bedded. This is an intensive site prep. This is used where the objective of the landowner is to maximize net revenue. This is for intensive pine. This is to grow pine in the shortest possible time, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how we do this bedding. So in this property where we have the beds, we try to get rid of all of the competing vegetation. That's extremely important, and we try to raise the seedlings out of the water. This is very poorly drained flatwoods. When it comes to rain, and you might hear some thunder in the background because I certainly do, the rain tends to stand on this land, and that's not good for the seedlings. All right, we're going to come along in November, December, January with a tree planter, and the seedlings we're going to pick up at the nursery are going to be transported out here, where the tree planter goes ahead and plants these. These trees right here are planted on about 6-foot centers. All right, so I've moved back to the front entrance. You can see I'm standing on some more of the rocks, some area that we need to stabilize this to get the trucks in and out, and behind me you can see a young plantation. So with that in mind, I just wanted to say hello. I wanted to see how you like this video, and I want to see if this is helpful to you in what we're trying to do. So let me know something. Without further ado, see ya.